Hey guys, it's me, the questionable Clash Royale YouTuber who doesn't have a creator code, therefore has nothing to lose. As someone who's been playing competitive video games like CSGO, Overwatch, Valorant, I played the shooters, right? But it's the same trend between pretty much everything, right? A tale as old as time. Game comes out, people love it, people are really enthusiastic about it, they're enjoying the new content that gets added every now and then, but it reaches a point where the people behind the game care more about making money from the game rather than making a fun game in the first place. Like the whole reason why that game exists. Obviously, a game needs money to be able to operate, right? Like that's the whole point. I'm not an idiot, but what I'm trying to say is it becomes an issue when the company's priorities lie more in making the number go up rather than making the people who actually give them the money happy. So by no means am I an expert on how to run a business, but from my lived experience over the last 2 decades or so, I kind of am getting tired of watching the games that I once loved just kind of die because of corporate greed. Like, I don't know who at Supercell is behind the decision making for new content nowadays and how it's monetized, but do you guys genuinely put this content out and think, yeah, the players are gonna love this. This is awesome. Am I right, corporations? Who cares about giving the consumer something that they'll actually enjoy? No, let's just force them to have to buy something and not actually make it good, but we got our money, so at the end of the day, who really cares? But I mean, what's even the point of me making this video, right? There's been so many people that have complained to Supercell about all of these issues before, so Supercell either is completely ignorant and doesn't listen to any of our feedback, or they are listening to our feedback and they don't give a shit. So come on, let's go together through this magical adventure and take a look at why Clash Royale is a dying game. No one likes Supercell, but I'm gonna offer a solution and a few ideas for maybe how they can fix it and, maybe not be embarrassed of the way that they run their company. Do you know how many times I've asked some of my friends or just random people like, hey, do you play Clash Royale? And they're like, oh, no, I used to, like when it first came out, or, I haven't given it a try, but blah, blah, blah. It always ends in the same way of people understanding like, yeah, I don't want to get back into the game because we know just how pay to win it is and how pay to play it is. Clash Royale is a really fun game, and I still think it is today. But the problem is, when you have a huge launch with this kind of game, and then you develop it over time using a business model that really doesn't work for a game that's meant to be fast-paced and competitive, the game's gonna die out. People have been saying the game's gonna die for years, and it will eventually, but also just the general public opinion of Supercell will go down so much over time that they're gonna find that they're not going to be able to make profit, right? They are relying on the people that are stuck in the ecosystem to buy and spend money and spend money and spend money, but who is a new player coming into Clash Royale and is like, man, I can't wait to give them my money. This is awesome, dude. I love buying microtransactions. Genuinely, if you are a Supercell Clash Royale dev, tell me, what incentive do new players have to grind the game? Because I know if you make a new account, you're immediately going to get plastered with offers and deals. Buy this, buy that, buy this card, buy that card. But what is the point of the game then? If your whole point of playing Clash Royale is for people to buy card levels and shit, why even play the game? Just make fucking collector cards and get rid of the game. You guys like art and you clearly don't know how to run a competitive esport. Just make collectible cards and Pokemon cards. I don't know. I don't want to get too ahead of myself here. So actually, let me give you some of my personal experience and relate it to Clash Royale and the direction that it is heading. This shit has got me so mad that I'm actually re-downloading Valorant just to prove my point. Okay, look, you don't even need to know anything about Valorant to understand the point that I'm about to make. If you want to play the game competitively and grind for your rank or whatever it may be, there's competitive seasons, right? Valorant divides it into one episode, which is 3 acts, right? So 3 acts make up an episode. The episode is basically the season. And then at the end of the season, which will last maybe 3-ish months, give or take, you get a reward, your end of season reward based off of your performance in ranked, which is awesome. At least that's what people thought when the game first came out. But let's take a look at those rewards, shall we? First episode of the game, get a little buddy for my rank. That's cool. The next episode, we get a Radiant buddy. The episode after that, we get another Radiant buddy. And then the episode after that, another Radiant buddy. And then another Radiant buddy. And then another Radiant buddy. And then another Radiant buddy. The point that I'm trying to make is that this issue started to build up over time where players felt like, okay, what are we even grinding and playing for anymore? There's no flex to being a top ranked player. Everyone gets the same reward. So it's like, what's so special about it? There's no point to even like try and play the game properly. So let's tie this back into Clash Royale, shall we? The home page. How can I spend my money today? Let's talk about the ranked competitive ladder, whatever you want to call it, Clash Royale. This is where you play if you're actually trying to grind and get a high placement in the game. The rewards on the left are one time only. You get to that milestone and you collect the reward. The ones on the right will refresh every season, and you know, they're kind of helpful, I guess, but the one thing that you're going to start to notice is as you climb higher in these ranks, you need higher level cards. But how do you get higher level cards? Surely you could just unlock them by playing the game, right? No! The best reward you get from finishing the ladder is this stupid emote that all the dumbasses spam and think they're cool. And then you get to the Hall of Fame where all of the weirdos on Twitter try to flex their rank based off of who's running the cringiest deck. I just hope that all of those Clash Royale players on Twitter that try to flex their stats and, you know, beg people to glaze them and call them good at the game, we're all laughing at you, not with you. And of course, once you get about halfway through Trophy Road, you unlock all the cards, and then you have no reason to keep playing this because there is literally nothing to gain other than a few wild cards if you keep playing this. But hey, eventually you get to the max amount of trophies and then there's nothing else to do. Congratulations, you beat Clash Royale. Oh boy, the events tab. I'm sure there will be some fun things to grind over here. Mirror match? Oh man, dude, I love mirror match with opponents. It's definitely a fun game mode that I really enjoy. And I get to grind it and get the exact same tournament rewards that we get every single time with no reason to improve or try to do better. Wow! Yeah, and let's not even, I don't even want to talk about the season shop and how they've just continued to nerf it and butcher it and just make it worse. And not to mention, if you don't buy the battle pass and get the free season shop tokens from there, what's the point? Like the events, like there's no fun game modes to play for those, and you get 1,000 a day. It's so bad, man. I really want to play 4 matches of Lumberjack Evolution Draft per day just so I can maybe afford to get a few cards from the event shop. It's almost like the Clash Royale devs are allergic to taking advantage of actual good features. Like, let's look at the star system for a bit, whatever you want to call it, because they don't even use this anymore. Let's look at the Berserker. Let's look at the new card. Standard placement? Okay. What about with a star level? That's it. That is all of the effort you put into star levels. No way, dude. She glows a little bit when I put her down. That's so awesome. I'm so glad we have a whole system to support this. And apparently putting star levels on the champs was just too much effort. But, you know, hey, at least we got high quality renders of the Archer Queen's feet. What about arrows, dude? No star level. Pretty standard arrows. What about 3 star levels? Whoa! They look so cool. All right, let's look at Rune Giant. What do they do for new troops? Okay, she has an aura when she gets placed. What about with a star level? What? How is that any different? Oh, you know what? The biggest fumble of all is just card masteries. This is where you should be unlocking level 15 cards or maybe even evolutions. Why has this been coming soon for so fucking long? Hey, but don't worry. The 3rd tier is unlocked for just some troops. Don't worry. All of the other ones are coming soon. These devs created the perfect opportunity to give incentive for players to grind out their favorite cards, unlock achievements, and then when you master a card, you can level it up to level 15 and flex like, hey guys, I put the effort into maxing out this card, so it's more of a flex. But no, you have to buy them. Those card masteries don't do shit. Trophy Road isn't worth playing. Ladder isn't worth playing. There's no fun game modes that are creative or enjoyable in any sort of way. And then every single month, Supercell's like, yeah, let's add another feature to this game. Instead of trying to fix any of the previous ones that we fucked up, let's not make the game good. Let's just put so much overwhelming shit into it that people feel pressured to buy shit just so they can keep up, which completely alienates any possibility of new players wanting to play this game. Because what are they gonna do? It'll take them like months to get one level 15 card. But Alt, why are card levels so important? Just play the game for fun. Because that is literally what the Clash Royale devs did. They made card levels important. The main ladder, if you want to play this game and grind and play against the best players and become the best player in the world, if you want to play ladder, tough fucking luck, you need level 15 cards. Better whip out that credit card because you're not allowed to play our game until you buy stuff. Speaking of buying stuff, oh, why would you? Because every season the meta changes with how many new broken fucking evolutions and cards they release. How are you gonna keep up if you're not dumping $50 a month into this game? I don't even think I have to mention clan wars. What the fuck is the point of a clan in Clash Royale? Like, you don't do anything. The game modes all suck. Why can I friendly battle my friends to do triple draft, mega draft, but they don't even include any of the new cards or evolutions that you introduce into the game? All of these game modes are just outdated. I love playing triple draft and just these fun game modes with friends to pass the time because it's awesome, it's fun, but they don't give any love to the parts of the game that actually make Clash Royale great. All right, when you think back to decades past, centuries past, when you think of a transaction between a merchant and a consumer, there were no like computers and shit back then. It was you go to a store, you go to a vendor, you hand them the money, they hand you the good. You smile, you wave goodbye, whatever, the transaction is over, right? But here we are in the modern age where all these corporations do is they don't see you as a consumer or a person, they see you as a number on a spreadsheet, and they determine the success of their game and how good of a job they're doing based off of numbers on a spreadsheet. They don't actually care if people are enjoying the game. They only care if people are putting money into it. And yeah, in the short term, sure, people like myself are putting money into the game because they still truly believe that the game can reach that potential that they still see within it. But over time, if people keep speaking up and it falls on deaf ears and Supercell just puts their fingers in the ears and goes, la 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 la, our game's doing fine, la 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 la, buy our new battle pass, buy our new evolution, people are gonna leave. And going back to my point of saying, like, what do new players have when they start the game? There's nothing. Eventually, you're just gonna start losing all of your loyal players because they've given up and accepted the fact that Supercell's not gonna change, the game's not gonna get any better, we're done. And you know what? Maybe Supercell doesn't give a shit because they're just gonna try and get as much money as they can, and then when the game dies, they'll just like, oh well, we tried, guys. Could you imagine trying to like treat your customers like that if it was an in-person transaction? Like, this would never be able to happen, but it can because these people can just hide behind the company name and no one really knows who's responsible and no one wants to speak up or say anything about it because they know what's better for their game, not the people that play it. Not that every single person's opinion is going to be correct, or maybe some people get some things correct but others wrong and vice versa, right? But how are you gonna know what state your game is in if you're not even going to acknowledge or listen to the feedback and concerns of those who play it? And I'm not even going to be surprised if Supercell is just super out of touch with everything, because have you seen their mobile ads? Have you seen the way they advertise Clash Royale? Are they advertising this game to like 5-year-olds? Like, holy fuck, dude. Know your audience. All of the Clash Royale content nowadays on YouTube is just, they dropped a new evolution, guys. This evolution is going to be really strong. Supercell devs on their deathbed just like, man, looking back on it, I'm so glad that I made this much money at the cost of all of the consumers' happiness and enjoyment of our product. Man, I'm so glad I didn't make a better product for the consumer. I'm glad that I just maximized the amount of money that I made. This is awesome. I lived a good life. When I started recording this video, I planned on putting towards the end, like, some ways that Supercell could go about changing the way that Clash Royale is structured to not destroy profits or anything, because obviously that's important, but restructure it in a way where people feel like they're actually being rewarded for playing the game and doing well. There's things to work towards. There's actual progress that can be made without using your fucking credit card. But what do I know, right? Like, everybody else just likes to complain about the game. I'm the guy who goes out of his way to purposely play the worst card in the game because that's how I have fun. It's fun playing bad cards and weird decks and winning, right? Because that's all there is to do. There's nothing else to do in this game. There's no reason to play and improve. Like, holy shit, man. I'm pretty sure on my channel alone, I've made like more lore shitposts for Barb Hut and put more effort into just like making a silly little story than the Clash Royale devs have with like literally fucking anything, dude. Like, that's awesome that you can introduce new cool characters and stuff, but like, when are we going to develop and flesh out everything else that you put into the game, right? There's so much new content. It's so overwhelming to the point where people are just tuning it all out. If there's new stuff all the time, like, what's so special about it, right? I don't know. I don't even feel like offering those suggestions for improvement because I doubt that anybody at Supercell will even watch this video. And if they did, they're not going to listen to it because who am I, right? I'm just a random guy. I don't know anything. I've only been playing video games and mostly competitive video games my entire life. I wouldn't know a thing about what actually makes a game fun and enjoyable for people to play and engage with. No, I don't know any of that shit. I'm just a guy that makes penis jokes on the internet, and that's about it. That's all I do. Shout out to you, the viewer, for watching this entire rant because I had fun yapping and I genuinely got heated over this. Don't worry though, if you're a returning viewer, I'm gonna go back to making my regular videos soon. I just wanted to get this off my chest because I feel like it needed to be said, and there's only so many times you can make a passive-aggressive tweet and hope that something happens. Appreciate y'all listening to me yap. I'll still make some more Clash Royale videos because I'm enjoying the game for now, and I kind of want to see if they will actually, change the way that they treat their game, but if they continue to do so, then I'm out. I'll be making more videos for Baldur's Gate and Pokemon and even some other stuff coming in the future. Don't worry, I got a lot of stuff planned for you guys, so thanks for your support. Love y'all. See you later.